You're probably in a situation where you're carrying the financial pressure and it feels like she doesn't fully see it nor understand. You're avoiding certain conversations because they turn emotional, chaotic, and just go nowhere in circles all the time. Or you feel completely unappreciated for everything you're holding together. Here's the truth. No one is going to tell you. You're building resentment in your marriage, and at the end of a long, hard working day, all you want is peace. Resentment doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes from assumptions and a lack of leadership, the right leadership in the home. I'm Natalie. I help married business owners strengthen their love life to elevate their business success. In this video, you'll understand how high-performing men quietly build resentment in their marriage and the leadership shift that brings back that deep connection, respect, and support. I recently worked with a client. He has been married over 35 years, super successful, very disciplined. But just like with any high-performing men, he was avoiding one key conversation with his wife because every time they had it, it just turned emotional and completely exhausting for the both of them. Within a couple weeks of working together, he finally had that conversation. And for the first time, it stayed calm, productive, and actually brought them closer together. She even noticed the shift immediately in how he was leading the conversation. Here's the problem. It's not that avoiding conversations will fix anything. You already know this. It's that you don't have the right tools to lead it properly. So what happens next? We tend to avoid it, and over time that builds resentment and there's assumptions. She feels the distance, you feel the pressure, and nothing actually improves. So you both stay functional, but just disconnected. And that is not how marriage is supposed to be. Deep down inside, you miss the connection because whether you admit it or not, you need that connection to lead at your highest level in business, but not just in business, in the marriage too. Step one, you set the frame. This is what you say right before you have this conversation. Hey babe, there's something that's been on my mind and I want us to talk about it. I want us to support each other better and really support each other the right way. What day this week works best? Morning or evening? Then you schedule it just like you schedule team meetings, client meetings, the same amount of prioritization and urgency. You do the exact same thing here in your marriage as well. And then she starts to notice that you really care for her. It is like those little steps of actions, letting her know that she matters and she is valued just like she is valued, like your clients are. Once you are in the conversation with her, step two is open with acknowledgement. And let me tell you, this is where most men fail or forget to do. I get it. It's not something that comes to mind immediately, but it should. Don't be like most men where they become lazy with this, okay? So you start with appreciation. You tell her what you valued most about her, what you respect, what you admire, you praise her. Then you move into the issue because here's the reality. Here's what happens when you just start off with the feedback, when you just start off with the issue, people shut down. They don't listen to you. You just wasted 15 minutes. You wasted your breath. You're now more exhausted, unproductive. Should I continue? No. So this is how you open people's minds and this is how you open up her mind. And I can guarantee you it's been a while since you probably have done this. I get it. It is a habit that you must build and get so good at it. When you're telling her this, you do not want to do this. You don't want to argue. I know it's hard, but you don't want to argue. You don't want to defend. You don't want to correct. And you don't want to solve mid-sentence. This is not where you solve. You listen. You acknowledge and you encourage her to talk. The arguments aren't not about winning. This is about understanding. If one person is not winning, the other person isn't either. If your wife is not winning, you are not either. If you're not winning, she isn't. You guys are one. You guys married each other for a purpose. So step number 3, that's when you state the issue without accusations, right? So you just pick one issue. You don't pick 5 or 11, not the entire relationship that is just absolutely super exhausting and overwhelming for a person, I'm sure for you too. So this is what you say. I want us to talk about this because it's creating tension and stress, as you are aware, and I know we can handle it better together, Then this is where you ask, from your perspective, babe, what's been the hardest part about this for you? And listen, Just like you would with someone valuable in your business, you listen because she is valuable for your life. She is the vice president. She is the head of one of the head of the household, the vice president of your home. So if you treat her that way, if you look at her that way, your demeanor, your position, your tone changes. Before I go deeper into this, I put together a free framework on the 5 steps to rebuild respect, connection, and support in your relationship. If you want it, just comment, give me the guide below the video, and we'll send you the link to download it. Step number 4, invite collaboration. This is where you say, tell me more. Tell me more about that. What do you mean by that? There's no assumptions, because that just kills all types of connection. This is leadership. This is sales. This is influence. If you're not getting the results in business that you are looking for, you're lacking sales somewhere. Same thing here. If you're not getting the results in your marriage, you're lacking the ability to understand and lead your wife effectively. She wants you to lead that way. She needs you. She can't lead this family without you. And that comes down to people skills. Have you ever met someone super successful and they just have this profound way of how they handle people, how they deal with people? The way that she or him pulls me in is just extremely effective and very profound, and I don't see that in many people. That's how you want to become. That comes down to people skills, and you understand this. The more you learn about people than anything else, this includes your wife, your kids, your family, and also the more you learn about people in business, you will be unusually successful. It is people with the opportunities, and the more you focus on that, on improving that, watch yourself be extremely more effective in the workplace as well. To give you more of a framework on what to ask her to encourage her to keep talking is, help me understand how you see this. What do you need from me in those moments? How can we handle this better next time? When do you feel most respected by me? And when do you feel most loved by me? No interrogation, no pressure, just absolute leadership. Do you realize when you get someone to talk, a client, a prospect, a team member, they naturally just start to trust you, follow you, and just move forward towards you, and they can't help themselves but to support you? So why did we stop doing this in our marriage? We take each other for granted. It's easy. We see the person every day, but we also do our clients. And the moment you assume, you disconnect. That is exactly what shifted everything for my client. He didn't just become softer. Heck no, he became intentional, and intentional leadership changes everything. Number 5, once you're in the closing stage of the conversation, you want to affirm her again. After she speaks, let her speak 80% of the time. The 20% of the time that you are talking, you are asking questions. And of course, after you got her to talk for 15 minutes, she's going to be receptive to hear from you as well. It happens all the time. If you use this strategy in business too, they're going to realize, wait, I've been talking so much about myself. I actually want to support you, want to hear you out too. Tell me more. What do you think about the situation? Right? So your focus should be about them, giving them the spotlight, especially for your wife. Praise her. So when you're closing this conversation, affirm. Right? And this is what you say. Babe, thank you so much for sharing this with me. I understand why you're feeling this way. I am committed to leading better here. You matter to me, and I want you to feel safe, respected, and understood. When you make it about her without losing your leadership, without using who you are, something shifts. There's actually less tension than there's more peace, because you just gave her what she has been needing. And now she becomes more open to you, more supportive, and more respectful. She is receptive to give you all those things. As a reminder, if you want the exact structure to lead these conversations in a productive way, comment below the video, give me the guide, and we'll send you the link to download it. Let me challenge you on something. Most men watching this will understand this and still don't do it. Why? Because in your mind, you're thinking, I shouldn't have to do all of this just to be understood. And that right there is exactly why resentment keeps building. Leadership, a leader takes initiative. Because you're waiting for her to meet you at your level, it just won't happen. Your team won't do that. Your clients won't do that. And instead of leading her there in business, you don't just sit back and say, well, my team should just understand me. No, you train them, and you train them very well. You lead them. You communicate clearly. You take responsibility for the outcome. But what happens at home? You drop that standard, and it's easy. Like, we're all human beings. It happens because, again, we take each other for granted. And unfortunately, we all react, we all shut down, and we just avoid because it's a headache. And then you wonder why the connection is gone. The quality of your marriage is a direct reflection and a direct result of your leadership inside it. You are a leader in business already. Apply those skills in your marriage, not her emotions, not her reactions, your leadership. You lead it. So when you fix this all together, everything changes in a way that it should go. She softens, she supports you more, she respects you more, she connects with you again, she has missed you, and now you're not carrying everything alone. Sorry, I get passionate about this. That is a real win. You can say things like, babe, I love you, I want us strong, and I am committed to improving this. You matter to me. I'm sorry. Your marriage is not separate from your success. It fuels your success in anything that you do. And men and women speak different languages, if you really think about it. And if you don't learn how to understand her language, you will keep missing each other. And when you improve, and when you just improve 1% at a time, everything compounds. Your marriage, your focus, your business improves. And yeah, it does take work, just like with anything else that is worthwhile and fulfilling to us. And if it didn't, it wouldn't be valuable. If you're looking for an easy marriage, it is going to be stagnant. It is at a standstill, and it is boring. Do you just want a boring marriage? I hope not. You want a passionate, supportive, respectful, deep connected marriage. And this is where it starts. This is what it takes. This is what a leader does. They build, they create, and you already have it within you. You are not like most men that will just give in to excuses or say, I can't do this, or I'm lazy, all this kind of, no. She married a powerful, incredible leader like you, and she needs that leadership in her life. She may not ever tell you, but we all need it. We all need it. So please do this for the sake of your family. Again, as a reminder, if you want to know how to rebuild respect back in your marriage, that connection and support, just comment, give me the guide below, and we'll drop you the link to download it, or you can just click the link in the description below this video to grab it as well. If you want to see how high-performing men actually lead differently to earn respect, attraction, and deep connection at home, I highly recommend that you watch this video next here, because it breaks down the leadership shift that separates average husbands from elite leaders in their marriage. Check that out next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.